Someone told me long ago, there's a calm before the storm. I know it's been coming for some time. When it's over, so they say, it'll rain a sunny day. I know, shining down like water. And I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? Yesterday and days before, sun is cold and rain is hot. I know, been that way for all my life. Till forever on it goes, through the circle fast and slow. I know, it can't stop, I wonder. And I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day? And I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain? I wanna know, have you ever seen the rain coming down on a sunny day?
Woohoo. Good morning, CSL Toronto. Good morning. Good morning. I'm Helen Vello, and welcome to this beautiful Sunday. It's bright and sunny. I did see the rain last night. Oh, thank you. Oh, yes. Oh, how is everyone this morning? Great? Great? Great. Great. So, I have a new crystal bowl that I am going to invite you as part of our invocation. I'm just gonna, isn't that beautiful? Just to really bring our energy back into ourselves. Let that resonate throughout. Take a breath in and let us know that, as Ernest Holmes says, life is infinite energy. Infinite energy coupled with limitless creative imagination. It is the invisible substance. It is the invisible essence of everything. Invisible form of everything that we see. Its nature is goodness, truth, wisdom, beauty, and kindness. As well as this creative energy, it is our imagination where we can imagine so many possibilities for our life. Our highest satisfaction comes from this sense of conscious union. A conscious union with the invisible life that is through us and as us, that is the energy of love. All human endeavor is an attempt to get back to this first principle. Love only. Love is infinite. Love is the power and presence of the universe. So to come back to this first principle, to find such an inward wholeness that all fear and doubt vanishes. To find such an inward wholeness, that knowing that I know who I am. I am love. And all doubt and uncertainty vanishes. So let us come home again into ourselves, into the absolute truth.
Home again, home again. One day I know I'll feel home again. Born again, born again. One day I know I'll feel strong again. Lift my head. Many times I've been told, all this talk will make you old. So I close my eyes, look behind, moving on, moving on. I close my eyes, look behind, moving on. Lost again, lost again. One day I know our paths will cross again. Smile again, smile again. One day I hope to make you smile again, and I won't hide. Many times I've been told, speak your mind, just be bold. So I close my eyes, look behind, moving on, moving on. I close my eyes, and the tears will clear, and I feel no fear. I feel no weight, my path will remain straight. Home again, home again. One day I know I'll feel home again. Born again, born again. One day I know I'll feel strong again, and I won't hide. Many times I've been told, speak your mind, just be bold. So I close my eyes, look behind, moving on, moving on. I close my eyes, look behind, moving on.
It was beautiful, Aiden. Thank you. And thank you to the band as well. You guys are great. They are wonderful, aren't they? They are, yes. Oh, wow. It's April 1st. April Fools. Haha. It's also Passover and Easter, and there's yesterday was a Hindu celebration as well, and spring, I think, is just around the corner. I'm sure it is. I'm sure. I'm placing my faith in the calendar and the weather. So, to start off, I have some announcements for you. And of course, our meditation continues on Wednesday, as well as, I just want to say, come to meditation on Sundays. Get here a little bit early. Meditation is from 10:30 to 10:45. Oh my gosh. Lori, where are you? Your meditation today was spectacular. Thank you. And what a great, great way to really bring yourself home again, into yourself. So take advantage of meditation on Sundays, on Wednesdays. We have our Science of Mind study group on Wednesdays. The 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. Who knows that book? By Deepak Chopra. It is a fantastic book. I am teaching an online class that starts tomorrow for 7 weeks using the 7 Spiritual Laws of Success. So if you really want to delve into those laws and learn how to apply them in your life, sign up out there before you go, because I need to take that list with me so I know to email you tomorrow with our Zoom link. We also, we have lots of workshops happening. Check it out. We have one with Shannon Skinner, one with, her name eludes me, Marianne, someone out there. She's doing a whole workshop upstairs with flower essences. I didn't write them down because I was just going to say, go check out the workshops. And as well, we have, starting in May, we're going to start having spiritual cinema upstairs. And our first film is going to be As a Man Thinketh, which is the James Allen book. And it's we've got, thanks to Jim and Derek, a big screen TV upstairs on the wall. Yes. So we're going to start that. We have our auction on Sunday. Next Sunday it starts. You all received a flyer of the auction with your programs. You can already go online and check out the items. They are amazing. There's a night at the Delta. There's dog wash. There is the most beautiful silk flower arrangement. Oh my gosh. I'm bidding on that one, Linda. I know. There's golf packages. So just go and check lots of restaurants in the area. Sweet Bliss across the street has given us a gift certificate. So you will receive an email tomorrow with the link to the auction. So go and check it out, and please forward that link to all your friends. This is our big annual fundraiser, and thanks to Linda and Lucy, who put so much work into it. Thank you so much for that. Also, on April 22nd, we have our baby blessing here. We're going to bless all the babies that have been born over the last year to members of our community. So come for that. It's going to be so sweet. I'm excited. I love babies. And I think that's it for announcements. That's it. We're good to go. So I'm going to have you all stand up, please, and we are going to sing the air. We breathe the same air.
It's an idea whose time has come. A new generation decides as one. On the same small planet we're all born. It's never been so obvious before. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky. We breathe the same air. Well, it's an idea, is crystal clear. The borders between us will disappear. On the same small planet we're all born. There's no foreign country anymore. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky. We breathe the same air, and I think we ought to get along better, you and I. Some say that I'm out of touch with the times. The world's no place for a vision like mine. Still I can see it, but still I believe it. There's too many lives on the line. There's too many lives on the line. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky. We breathe the same air. I think we ought to get along better, you and I. We breathe the same air, drink the same water, walk the same earth, kiss the same sky. We breathe the same air. I think we ought to get along better, you and I.
Oh, yes. And there are also singing lessons from Aiden that you can bid on in the auction. Ooh. Yes, and I think Brendan has also offered up 3 voice lessons, music lessons as well. And did you know that our music director, little old Brendan Swanson, has been nominated for a Juno Award in the past and shortlisted twice for a Polaris Award. So, yeah, you want to, and yes, Brendan, who knew? Who knew? So we have some rockin' talent. So if you want, somebody who wants to up their game in the musical field, Aiden and Brendan, go get lessons with them. All right, so we have our practitioner of the day that I'm going to invite up to the front. And I love the way the universe works. It is absolutely brilliant because Judy keeps me online in terms of what did I say the theme is for next month and who's speaking when and all, she's got it all down. And so it's so funny because Lori's meditation was so in line with what I'm talking about today. Judy and I were talking. She's in line with what I'm talking about today. Not only that, I said to her, is the theme for next month peace? Say yes to peace. And she said, yes, that's what you told me. And I'm like, oh, thank goodness I told you that because it's absolutely perfect for what needs to happen next month. And so it's just, which I didn't know at the time when I said I wanted it to be peace. So it's amazing how there's only one mind. And when you tap in and all these synchronicities start to fall into place, and you start to say yes, and you start to notice life becomes really, really exciting. And so Judy also had tapped into this month's theme around kindness and then had all these things happen and fall into place as well. So I love it. I love it. Can you just be open and saying yes? Yeah, yes. So I'm going to invite up to the lectern Judy Southern for her brilliant words of wisdom.
Thank you, Helen. Actually, there's a bit of a control freak in me too, so that's part of. I'm trying to let go of that, but Anyway, hello everybody. The themes so far this year have all been kind of connected to each other too. You know, we had success in January, love in February, abundance in March, and now we have kindness. And they're all really kind of connected to each other. They're all aspects of God, and for me, they're all aspects of love. And when I think of kindness, which is our theme in April, say yes to kindness, there's one person who stands out above all the rest, and that's Mother Teresa. And she said, 3 things in life are important. The first is kindness. The second is kindness. The third is kindness. That kind of says it all. And there's a whole lot of, there was just so much on the internet about kindness. And after I'd written a few points about my talk today, I read this every morning. And this was April the 1st. In the April version of Science of Mind, there are 2 daily readings on kindness. One mind. We chose kindness as our theme. And on Facebook, I happened to see that there was a celebrity barber in Los Angeles. His name is Jason Snyderman. And he was giving haircuts to the homeless. That was his act of kindness. Many of you probably saw that. There's a population of 60,000 homeless in LA. And he did that to create awareness and address the homeless issue. And the pictures of these people getting their haircuts were just awe-inspiring. They looked so wonderful. You know, when their appearance changed, just like us too, their attitudes about themselves changed, and the attitudes of the people towards them changed. And this happens all over the world. It's happening in Moncton, New Brunswick. There's a hairstylist there in New York and London. They've all kind of motivated each other. So it's a spreading kindness. You know, we see a lot of bad news in the media, but that's not all that's happening. And all this bad news can make us feel that this world we live in is beyond hope. And when we are kind, we make a difference on a global scale, and that's because we are all connected. We all belong to each other. We can override the bad news with acts of kindness. And it has been said that kindness is the light that dissolves all walls between souls, families, and nations. I don't want to go into that wall, that other wall that we hear about in the news. Sorry, whenever I hear the word all, that's where my mind goes. But kindness is the light that can dissolve it. Kindness is who we are. It is innate. And when we are kind, we're being true to our nature, true to ourselves, who we really are. And that's part of our mission statement. Love only, forgive everything, and remember who you are. We are kindness. And get this, studies have shown that when we engage in acts of kindness, we create feelings of well-being and those feel-good endorphins. We create positive, healthy neural pathways in the brain. And there's a study, and I found this on the Huffington Post, you can look it up, showed that people who were regularly kind to others, offering help, had a lower risk of dying over a 5-year period than those who did not. So kindness is contagious. When you see someone being kind, I'm sure it makes you feel like being kind. It spreads. Kindness makes you happier. You know that feeling when you've done something good for somebody, how you feel? Those are those feel-good endorphins. And kindness can help you live longer. So in closing, I just want to finish Mother Teresa's quote. The other part of it is, be the living expression of God's kindness. Kindness in your face, kindness in your eyes, and kindness in your smile. And I'm going to add kindness in your actions. So I invite you to be kind to yourself. Fill your own cup with self-kindness and self-love for you. For when your cup is overflowing, you have so much more to give to everyone else. So allow kindness to let you be the change that you want to see. And I have an affirmation. and it's on your program. I choose kindness as a spiritual practice. Would you say it with me a couple of times? I choose kindness as a spiritual practice. I choose kindness as a spiritual practice. So I invite everybody to just take those words into your heart and allow your heart to grow in kindness. Because I know that there is one power, one beautiful power of love and kindness that operates throughout all of life. This is what I call God, Spirit, the divine presence. And this beautiful energy of kindness flows magnificently, kindly, abundantly into form as each and every one of us. So let us affirm that all the good there is belongs to us, is everywhere. All the kindness there is really all around us. And let us affirm our kind intentions to always act with kindness. It is so good for everyone, for each and every one of us, so good for this world. So with gratitude, with a heart full of gratitude for the kindness all around me, the kindness in this center, the kindness within, I release these words to the law. I let it go, and together we say, and so it is. Namaste.
Thank you, Judy. So our feature song today is Brave, Be Brave by Sarah Bareilles. And it is the perfect song to step out and take that initiative to be brave and courageous and kind in the world. So take it away there, Aiden.
You can be amazing and turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the outcast or the backlash of somebody's lack of love. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way the words do, and they settle neath your skin. Keep it on the inside, no sunlight, sometimes the shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. What you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. See you, I just wanna see you. I wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Wanna see you. I wanna see you. I wanna see you. I wanna see you be brave. Everybody's been there, everybody's been stared down by the enemy, falling for the fear and it's disappearing, bound down to the mighty. Don't run, stop holding your tongue. Maybe there's a way out of the cage where you live. Maybe one of these days you can let the light in. Show me how big your brave is. Say what you wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. You wanna say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I wanna see you be brave. Innocent
want to see you be brave. We are launching the Green Marble Project this month. So what's that? The Green Marble Project. So if you were out in the, noticed on the table out there, there is a bowl of green marbles, and I want you to take a bunch of them. And I want you to step out of yourself and do random acts of kindness all month long. And every time you do that, I want you to take a green marble, pass it along to somebody else, and encourage them to do a random act of kindness. And encourage them to pass that marble along and do a random act of kindness. And at the end of the month, I'm going to invite you to come on up and share what your random acts of kindness were. Cool, huh? Yes. So I adapted the project from the Blue Marble Project, which was, again, reminding people about doing something good for the environment. So I chose green because it is the color of the heart chakra. So to pass along from your heart those beautiful acts of kindness and keep it moving throughout wherever you are, and encourage other people to do random acts of kindness as well. And just take note of how you feel. Like Judy said in her talk, the studies show that we feel more empowered and happier within ourselves when we are doing for others. I was listening to Deepak Chopra's, he's doing his 21-day meditation with Oprah right now, and he said on one of the days that 2 groups of people were given the same amount of money, but one was said, go spend it on yourself. The other group was to go and spend it on other people. Who had more satisfaction afterwards and felt better about themselves? The second group, the ones who went and actually spent it on other people. So to really step out of your comfort zone, because sometimes to do a random act of kindness and actually invite somebody else to do it can, if you're an introvert, that can be a little bit scary, but you can take a risk, step out, and do that for yourself this month. And if you drop your marbles, we have more. Come back and get more. It's okay. What was that? Just never lose them. Just keep giving them away. So, Easter and Passover is about new beginnings, and it is about releasing the old and an old way of being, an old way of thinking that no longer serves us. That's the metaphysical meaning. And resurrecting and bringing forth a new idea and something that can be really helpful and loving. And it's to start something new. And so I want you to also think about what is a negative belief about yourself that you could let go of. Because until we release something, we don't have space for something new to come in. So think about one thing. We all get caught up in these ideas about ourselves that limit us. I'm too old. I don't have the right skill set. I don't have enough money. Life is hard. And, I'm sure I could go on and on and on, and I'd be reading all of your minds. So I invite you to take one and to let it go. Realizing that when you let go of something, you really are saying to the universe, I have space for something new. And because this month is saying yes to kindness, I want to talk a little bit about the difference between, I want to talk a little bit about, first of all, what kindness is. Because being kind isn't the same as being nice. Uh-huh. Yeah, we can get very confused and think, well, if I'm really nice, I'm kind. But having a pleasant disposition and doesn't always mean making other people happy. So being kind, and this is what I'm going to talk about today, is about, first of all, being kind to yourself and knowing who you are. And to really, really start to say, what are my ethics? What are my values? What am I willing to say yes to in myself so that I am not compromising to be nice to other people? Because the moment we start getting really, really clear about who we are and what we take a stand for, then we don't give our power away by being nice and thinking we're being kind. So niceness is based on how others see you. And, some people see me as nice. A lot of people see me as nice. Some people don't see me as so nice because I'm also very good at setting boundaries and saying no to things that aren't loving and kind for me. And you know what? You got to be willing to say no to what is not kind and loving to you first. Like Judy was saying, Mother Teresa, be kind, be kind, be kind. Be kind to yourself first, because love is the self-givingness of spirit unto itself. And what are we? Who are we? We are, first of all, divine spirit. And so we must give to ourselves first. Then we can be kind to somebody else. Then we can look somebody else in the eyes and say, I see you and I love you. And then we can take it one step further and be kind on an universal and evolutionary level. But we have to be kind to ourselves first. And sometimes that means taking a risk and stepping out beyond what we call the collective consciousness. A group of people say, well, that's the right thing to do. Well, that might be the right thing to do for them, but you need to ask yourself, is it really the most loving and kind thing to do for myself? And one of the best ways to tell, does it feel light or heavy? If it feels heavy, heavy begets more heaviness. If you feel light, it will bring you more lightness of being. That's being kind to yourself, because the whole idea is though even though we are in these physical bodies and we are having an earthly experience, we are wanting to raise our vibrational level to a level of lightness of being, not heaviness of being. We've had enough years, enough lifetimes, enough history that's been heavy. We want to start to embrace the light. So ask yourself, does this feel light or heavy to me? And even though it might feel light for somebody else, great, good for them. But you need to be true to yourself first. And, this is where self-care comes in, and really being willing to do the work to take care of yourself. Sometimes I don't feel like going to the gym. I don't feel like going outside for my 10,000 steps. But I make sure that I do it because I know that that is healthy and loving and kind for me. Yeah, it's not all that comfortable in the moment, and sometimes it's not. But I know at the end, I'm the one who's going to feel better about myself. So true kindness can actually be kind of tough, because it means being in integrity. And being integrity in integrity means you know who you are, you know that you are this whole being, you know what you value, you know what's important, and you're not willing to compromise. And man, that sometimes is tough. So for you this month, it's like, ask yourself, am I first of all being kind to myself? Because we really can't be truly unconditionally kind to somebody else if we're not kind to ourselves first. So maybe you want to start giving yourself some green marbles and saying, this is what I'm doing to be kind to me today. And then maybe pass that on and say, Judy, be kind to yourself today. Yeah, and you get a green marble. And then pass that on and invite somebody else to do something kind for themselves today. And then they can pass it on from there. So it is an absolute choice in every moment whether we choose to be kind to ourselves or not. And I think that's one of the biggest things to remember, is that in every moment, we have choice. We always have choice. Ernest Holmes says, we cannot live a choiceless life. Every day, every moment, every second, there is a choice. If it were not so, we would not be individuals. We just would be all one big blob of humans all together. We have the right to choose what we wish to experience. We have the right to choose to be kind. We have the right to be kind with people that are kind to us, with whom we wish to associate, to say in what city we live in, to choose the type of house we would like to live in, to choose the people we want to hang out with, to choose where we want to go on a Sunday morning. Thank you for choosing to be here. We are individuals, and the only way we can be individuals is to be spontaneous. This is a sudden impulse for more good, more love, and more kindness than you ever had imagined. Spontaneous, it means it happens in the moment, and it brings us forward, and it moves it up, and it's an idea, and then we have a new idea and a new idea. We don't want to keep getting stuck in a rut of thinking the same old, heavy, false, limiting beliefs that we've said or been a part of over and over and over. We want to open ourselves up to something new. And therefore, we have the right to choose what we will induce in our mind. We have a right to choose what we will induce in the universal mind. Our mind is part of this vast, infinite, universal mind that is so filled with love and possibility. And we have the right to choose something that is loving and kind for ourselves and others. We do not have to choose ideas and thoughts and beliefs that bring about suffering. We don't have to choose that. Got that? We don't have to choose that. Yay! We do not have to choose ideas and thoughts and beliefs that create suffering. We have choice. It's a false belief that we have to suffer. That is an old historical idea that is so locked into the DNA of history that somehow, in order to be enlightened, we have to suffer. We don't have to, because we can choose a new idea that brings us love and joy in each and every moment. We had this whole discussion about this in our Science of Mind study group. And someone had said, oh, but I thought, really, there's the light, there's the darkness, there's polarity, there's suffering, and then there's healing. And it's like, okay, if that's what you want, but guess what? Spirit is infinite love. Infinity can't be divided against itself. So we can choose to be in that energy of infinite love and kindness and peace and joy and abundance. Or, because we're individuals and we all have choice, we can choose to suffer. We get to choose. What do you want to choose? I don't know. How about some lightness and some joy? Something new that's whole and healthy and vibrant and loving. This is what you can choose. So how you treat and talk to yourself becomes the foundation of how you approach life, and it becomes the foundation of how you approach your relationships with others. So today, what I invite you to do is to resurrect within your heart that loving kindness to yourself and to others, and also encourage others to do the same. And let's rise above and transcend this whole historical belief that somehow we're supposed to suffer, because we don't have to. Choose lightness. Every time you choose lightness, you will experience more lightness. And if you happen to choose heaviness, go, whoa, okay, whoops, I chose something that was heavy. That's not feeling so great for me. And then make another choice, because we always have choice. And we can choose something that will take us a little step more towards the lightness. And then we make another step and choose the lightness and choose more lightness. And light begets light. So, here's what I'm going to do. And this is kind of perfect after Lori did the Ho'oponopono meditation, which is on forgiveness. And it was all around forgiving ourselves and releasing ourselves from our history. And I'm going to take you through a little loving kindness meditation to then really embody this energy of being loving and kind to yourself, really opening up your heart to the absolute truth of who you are. And so I invite you, if you're comfortable, you can close your eyes if you don't have to. And I want you to take in a breath. And say, may I be filled with loving kindness. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be held in loving kindness. May I be held in loving kindness. May I feel connected and calm. May I feel connected and calm. May I accept myself just as I am. May I accept myself just as I am. May I be happy. May I be happy. May I know the natural joy of being alive. May I know the natural joy of being alive. May I be filled with loving kindness. May I be filled with loving kindness. And so it is now. Breathe in. And I invite you right here, right now, to allow a new spontaneous idea about yourself. Fill your mind. I am. Breathe it in. And so it is now. And so it is now. Kindness in words creates confidence. Kindness in thinking creates profoundness. Kindness in giving creates love. So go be that love, be that kindness to yourself and to others. Oh, I invite you to open your eyes and know that, yes, as Mother Teresa said, be kind, be kind, be kind, be kind to yourself. Be kind to others. Be kind on an evolutionary, universal level in your mind. Embody that universal level of kindness. And don't forget to get your green marbles. Take them with you. Spread them out in the world. And do those random acts and just take note of how you're feeling about yourself this month. And I look forward to hearing what you do. I'm sure there will be some very, very creative things. So blessings to you all. And just know that all that kindness is who you are. So go out and be it. Namaste. Thank you. it is time for us to pass baskets. And those of you who are on the stewardship program, there is a new card, if you got it, and we have an affirmation. So I'm going to have you all say the affirmation out loud as you're getting your contribution ready. So if you can repeat this after me. Divine love honors my gift.
Divine love honors my gift.
I joyously give to my spiritual center,
I joyously give to my spiritual center,
knowing it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
knowing it returns to me multiplied abundantly.
I am grateful for all my blessings.
I am grateful for all my blessings.
And so it is.
And so it is.
And we're going to stand up and sing, I release and I let go.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all for myself. I didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. I didn't know the love of God was at hand. But now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day, you gotta let it go. You gotta let it go. And this is what I have to say. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. That I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Said I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. Said I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God.
Come on, Judy.
I'm so grateful, so thankful for the goodness in this center and for the goodness in these baskets, for the kindness, the loving givingness from each and every one of you. I release these words to the law, and together we say, and so it is.
I release and I let go. Let the Spirit run my life. Set my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith I see the light. Said I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Said I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God. Said I'm free in the Spirit. Yes, I'm only here for God.
you to Tony for greeting, and Linda for greeting, for Jim on camera, Wes on sound, and Margaret Ann in the bookstore, the Live Well store. Thank you so much. And thank you to all of you. Have an amazing, amazing Sunday, and we'll see you again. And don't forget to grab your marbles. Grab those marbles and take them with you and spread that kindness throughout the city. And we are going to finish off today with...
All you need is love. 1, 2, 3, 4. Love, 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 love. There's nothing you can do that can't be done. Nothing you can sing that can't be sung. Nothing you can say, but you can learn how to play the game. It's easy. Nothing you can make that can't be made. Nothing you can say that can't be said. Nothing you can do, but you can learn how to be in time. It's easy, yeah. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. All you need is love. All you need is love. All you need is love. Love. Love is all you need. There's nothing you can know that can't be known. There's nothing you can see that isn't shown. Nowhere you can be that isn't where you're meant to be. It's easy.